Did you know that the difference between fitness success and failure isn't just about how much you sweat, but also how you think? What if you could supercharge your workout results without spending a single extra minute in the gym? Intriguing, isn't it? Research shows that the right psychological strategies can amplify your fitness gains by an incredible 60%. That's right. Mind over muscle is more than just a saying. It's a science-backed fact. Hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of Practical Pursuits HQ. I'm John, and here we're committed to delivering actionable advice and practical wisdom to help you elevate every aspect of your life. If you're new to our channel or you've been here before but haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've got a wealth of content aimed at making you better than you were yesterday. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating intersection of psychology and physical fitness. We're not just offering random tips. We're diving deep into 8 scientifically proven psychological tricks that will help you demolish your fitness goals. So, if you've been looking for that extra edge to get your fitness journey on the fast track, you won't want to miss this. So, shall we dive in? All right, let's kick things off with our first psychological trick: setting SMART goals. That's SMART. Now, I know what you're thinking. Goal setting is nothing new. But the key here is not just setting any goals, but SMART goals. That's an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So, let's break it down. Specific means your goal shouldn't be vague like, I want to get fit. Instead, make it precise. I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 months. Measurable means you need a way to track your progress. Without measurement, how would you know if you're moving closer to your goal? Achievable is all about realism. Don't aim for something like running a marathon in a week if you've never run a mile. Now, relevant. Your goals should align with your larger life objectives. If you're aiming to be healthier, then setting a fitness goal makes perfect sense. Finally, time-bound. Create a deadline for your goal. Saying, I'll lose weight eventually is not as effective as saying, I'll lose 10 pounds by December 31st. But here's where psychology comes into play. When you set a SMART goal, it becomes a mental contract with yourself. Your brain starts seeing this goal as more tangible, more achievable. It's not just a wish floating in the air. It's a concrete objective with a clear roadmap. And let me tell you, there's a whole lot of psychological research supporting the effectiveness of SMART goal setting and making your fitness journey not just a phase, but a lasting lifestyle change. So there you have it, the first trick up your sleeve: SMART goals. And trust me, it's more than just an acronym. It's a psychological tool that can set you on a path of unstoppable success in your fitness journey. Let's dive into our second psychological trick: the power of habit formation. You've probably heard the saying, we are what we repeatedly do. But have you ever stopped to think about the science behind it? The key to making your fitness journey successful in the long term is by turning it into a habit. And not just any habit, but a sticky one that you can maintain. Enter the concept of habit loops, a 3-part cycle consisting of cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates the behavior. It could be something as simple as seeing your running shoes by the door. The routine is the action you take, like going for a run. Finally, the reward is the benefit you gain from the action, such as the endorphin rush or the satisfaction of completing a run. So, how do you build fitness habits that actually stick? Start small. Don't jump into an intense workout regimen right off the bat. Begin with something manageable, like a 10-minute jog or a few sets of push-ups. Gradually, as your body adapts, ramp up the intensity. Consistency is key. Make sure your cues are visible and consistent, like placing your workout gear in a spot you'll see every day. This will initiate the cue routine reward loop, and over time, your brain will start associating the cue with the routine and the reward, making it easier to stick to the habit. Here's where psychology comes in. Each time you complete this habit loop, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone. This not only makes you feel great, but also reinforces the habit loop, making it more likely you'll repeat it. It's a positive feedback loop that can set you on the path to long-term fitness success. So, remember, the power of habit formation is not to be underestimated. It can transform your fitness journey from a temporary endeavor into a sustainable lifestyle. And that, my friends, is the real key to crushing your fitness goals. Moving on to our third psychological trick: social accountability. Ever wondered why group workouts or having a gym buddy makes the grueling process of exercise seem a little less daunting? Well, there's more to it than just the fun factor. It's rooted in psychology. First off, let's talk about the psychological benefits of having a workout buddy or being part of a fitness community. Research shows that when you work out with someone else, you're more likely to stick to your exercise regimen. Why? Because another person becomes your accountability partner. They not only motivate you, but also make you feel responsible for showing up. You're less likely to hit that snooze button when you know someone is counting on you. This social accountability taps into our innate desire to be part of a tribe, to contribute, and to meet expectations. It's a powerful motivator. Now, let's delve into a psychological concept known as social proof. It's human nature to look to others when we're unsure about what to do. Seeing other people engage in a behavior makes us more likely to do the same. When you're part of a fitness community or have a workout buddy, you're exposed to social proof continuously. Seeing others push their limits can ignite a fire in you to do the same. You think to yourself, if they can do it, then so can I. This natural human tendency acts as a catalyst, propelling you toward your fitness goals faster than you might have thought possible. So, in a nutshell, social accountability and social proof aren't just buzzwords. They're psychological game changers that can take your fitness journey from a solo struggle to a community-supported triumph. On to our fourth psychological trick to crush your fitness goals: self-monitoring and tracking. Ever wonder why wearables and fitness apps are so popular? It's not just because they're trendy gadgets. They actually tap into a fundamental aspect of human psychology: the power of self-monitoring. Firstly, let's talk about what self-monitoring really means from a psychological standpoint. Self-monitoring is the practice of observing and recording your behaviors and outcomes. This may sound trivial, but it's a critical tool for self-regulation. When you monitor your actions, you become more aware of what you're doing right and where you need to make changes. This heightened awareness can drive you to make more informed choices, whether it's opting for a healthier meal or pushing for that extra set of reps in the gym. Now, how does tracking your progress keep you motivated and focused? Well, seeing tangible evidence of your progress, like your mile time improving or your weight dropping, provides immediate gratification. Our brains love rewards. They release dopamine, making us feel good and encouraging us to continue the behavior that led to the reward. In essence, tracking becomes a source of intrinsic motivation. You're not doing it because someone told you to. You're doing it because it feels good to see how far you've come and how much closer you are to your goals. And it doesn't stop there. Tracking your progress also helps you set benchmarks, making it easier to identify when you're falling off course and need to refocus. It keeps your goals front and center, reminding you why you started this journey in the first place. So, if you want to amp up your fitness game, start tracking your progress. Use an app, jot it down in a notebook, or even make a wall chart. Whatever method you choose, remember that the act of self-monitoring can be a game changer in your pursuit of better fitness. It's not just about numbers. It's about understanding yourself better and fueling your journey with targeted, data-driven action. Stepping into our fifth psychological trick, let's talk about the power of visualization techniques. Have you ever heard athletes say they've played the game 1,000 times in their heads before the actual event? That's not just poetic talk. It's a technique grounded in psychology that can be incredibly effective in your fitness journey as well. Firstly, how does visualization actually engage the brain? Believe it or not, your brain has a tough time distinguishing between a vividly imagined experience and reality. When you visualize, your brain fires up the same neural pathways that would be involved in the actual physical activity. This mental rehearsal prepares your brain for the real deal, making your performance more efficient and effective. So how can you utilize visualization techniques to improve your fitness performance? Here are some practical tips. Find a quiet space. Choose a location where you won't be disturbed so you can focus solely on your visualization. Use all your senses. Don't just see the activity in your mind. Involve all your senses. Feel the texture of the gym equipment, hear the ambient noises, and even smell the environment. The more vivid the experience, the more engaging it is for your brain. Be specific. Visualize not just the activity, but also the outcomes you want. See yourself crossing the finish line, lifting that heavier weight, or achieving that complicated yoga pose. Add emotion. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, and the exhilaration as if you've already accomplished your goal. Emotions add a layer of authenticity, making the visualization more impactful. Repeat. Consistency is key. The more you visualize, the stronger those neural pathways become, making it easier to translate your mental practice into physical performance. Remember, visualization isn't just wishful thinking. It's a legitimate psychological tool that can give you an edge in your fitness goals. So, close your eyes, picture your success, and make it your reality. Now, let's pivot to our sixth psychological trick, one that adds a bit of fun to the journey: positive reinforcement and rewards. If you've ever trained a pet or received a bonus at work, you've experienced the power of reinforcement. But how does this psychological concept come into play in your fitness journey? In psychology, reinforcement is essentially a consequence that strengthens the behavior it follows. In simpler terms, it's a reward system that encourages you to repeat certain actions. Positive reinforcement means adding a rewarding stimulus after a behavior, making it more likely that you'll do it again. For example, if you hit a new personal best in your run, treating yourself to a favorite snack or movie can serve as positive reinforcement. So, how can you effectively use rewards to achieve your fitness milestones? Here are some tips. Set mini goals. Instead of just focusing on the end goal, break it down into smaller, more achievable milestones. For instance, if your ultimate goal is to lose 20 pounds, celebrate every 5 pounds you lose. Choose meaningful rewards. Pick rewards that are both enjoyable and beneficial. It could be a new pair of running shoes, a massage, or a day trip to somewhere you love. Immediate gratification. The closer the reward is to the achievement, the more impactful it will be. So, reward yourself promptly after you've hit a milestone. Keep it aligned. Make sure your rewards don't contradict your fitness goals. If you're trying to lose weight, rewarding yourself with a high-calorie dessert may not be the best choice. Opt for something that complements your objectives, like a new workout outfit. Make it social. Share your achievements and rewards with friends or your fitness community. The added social validation serves as an extra layer of reinforcement, motivating you to go further. The key takeaway here is that rewards aren't just treats. They're a psychological strategy to sustain motivation. When you consistently reward yourself for achieving small milestones, you're not just pampering yourself. You're strengthening a behavior loop that makes it easier to reach for the next big thing on your fitness journey. So go ahead, set those mini goals, and don't forget to reward yourself along the way. Moving on to our seventh psychological trick, we're tackling a topic that everyone encounters, but few know how to handle effectively: the psychology of setbacks. Let's face it, setbacks are inevitable in any journey, including fitness. But understanding the psychology behind setbacks can arm you with the tools to bounce back stronger. First up, let's discuss a psychological concept known as learned helplessness. This occurs when an individual faces repeated failures or setbacks and starts believing they have no control over the situation, leading to a lack of effort or even giving up. It's as if your brain tells you, "What's the point? I'm going to fail anyway." This is a detrimental mindset that can derail your fitness journey. So how do you avoid falling into the trap of learned helplessness? The first step is awareness. Recognize that setbacks are not a reflection of your abilities, but rather part of the learning process. When you face a setback, instead of spiraling into negative thoughts, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? Use setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than signs of failure. Another critical aspect is to reframe your perspective. Instead of viewing setbacks as the end of the road, see them as bumps along the journey. If you've missed a week of workouts or deviated from your diet, it's not the end of the world or your fitness journey. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and move on. Don't let one setback define your entire experience. Lastly, employ counteractive strategies like setting new achievable mini-goals or seeking support from your community to get back on track. These actions will break the cycle of learned helplessness and reinvigorate your motivation. Remember, setbacks are not roadblocks. They're merely detours on the path to success. By understanding the psychology behind setbacks and learned helplessness, you can equip yourself with the mental fortitude to overcome challenges and continue marching toward your fitness goals. So the next time you face a setback, don't throw in the towel. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Your future self will thank you. As we approach the finish line, let's delve into our 8th and final psychological trick: cognitive behavioral strategies. This is often referred to as CBT techniques, tailored for fitness. If you're not familiar with CBT, it's a form of psychotherapy that focuses on changing negative thought patterns and behaviors. And guess what? It's not just for mental health. It can be a game changer in your fitness journey too. CBT works on the premise that our thoughts, feelings, and actions are interconnected. Negative thoughts can lead to negative feelings, which in turn can result in negative actions, or in this context, poor fitness choices. For example, if you constantly think, "I'll never be fit," this thought can demoralize you, making you less likely to engage in physical activity. So, how can you apply CBT techniques to improve your fitness? Identify negative thoughts. First, become aware of the self-defeating thoughts that pop into your mind. Are you telling yourself you're too tired to work out, or that you'll never reach your goal? Challenge those thoughts. Once you've identified them, challenge these thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought based on facts or assumptions? More often than not, you'll find these thoughts are not rooted in reality. Replace with positive affirmations. After challenging your negative thoughts, replace them with positive affirmations or realistic thoughts. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I will give it my best shot." Set behavioral goals. Now that your mindset is adjusted, set small achievable behavioral goals. This could be as simple as committing to a 15-minute workout daily. Monitor and adjust. Keep track of how these new thought patterns are affecting your behavior and fitness journey. If you find yourself slipping back into old habits, revisit your thought patterns and adjust as needed. Applying CBT techniques in your fitness routine is like fine-tuning your mental engine for optimal performance. When you change your thought patterns, you're not just altering your mindset, you're setting the stage for tangible physical improvements in your fitness level. In essence, cognitive behavioral strategies can act as the mental gym for your fitness journey, making you stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to crush those fitness goals. So give it a try and take control of both your mind and body. So we've covered a lot of ground today, diving deep into 8 powerful psychological tricks to supercharge your fitness journey. From setting smart goals to employing CBT techniques, each strategy we've discussed is a tool you can start using right now to make your fitness aspirations not just dreams, but achievable realities. I encourage you all to begin implementing these strategies immediately. The sooner you start, the faster you'll see results. Remember, it's not just about the physical effort you put in. Your mental game needs to be strong too. And the beautiful part? These psychological tricks are backed by research, making them not just motivational, but scientifically sound. If you found value in today's video, please hit that like button. Your support enables us to keep providing high-quality content aimed at helping you become your best self. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and become part of our community that's all about practical wisdom and actionable self-improvement. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. What psychological tricks have you tried, and how have they worked for you? Your insights could be the motivation someone else needs to kickstart their own journey. Before you go, make sure to check out our other videos and playlists. Whether you're looking to improve your financial health, build better relationships, or simply grow as a person, we've got content that can guide you every step of the way. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on what's coming next. So stay tuned and keep crushing those goals. Thanks for watching. Take care.